All right, so here we are. I am recording. We are going to look today at how you multiply a multi-digit number by a single-digit number. Yes, I'm going to show you how to do it. Yay! So here's my problem. 567 times 3. Now, this morning, I was watching Lexi do a math problem, and she was working really hard to try to solve that problem going this way. When you see a problem like this, and it's set up this way, the first thing you should do is set it up as what I call an up and down problem, or a vertical problem. Okay? It's going to make it much easier to solve. Okay? So in this problem, what I did is I took my 567 times 3, and I turned it into an up and down problem, or a vertical problem. Okay? So there are some steps, and they're pretty simple steps. Some of you have learned a strategy to do this, where you draw a line that divides your place values. You split it into your hundreds, your tens, and your ones. And I think this is a great way to organize it so that you don't mix up the digits in the place values. So I always start with my ones. So I'm going to look here. 7. So the first thing I'm going to do is 7 times 3. What is 7 times 3, Sydney? 21. So that means, well, I can't just put 21 down here. That doesn't work. So what do I need to do? Ben?
Put the 1 in the 1's place.
The 1 in the 1's place.
And put the 2 above the 6.
The 2 goes above the 6, because that 2 actually represents 2 tens. So it needs to go in the 6th place. So my 1's are done. Now I'm going to move to my 10's place. Now don't let this 2 confuse you. Leave it alone for a minute. I'm going to do 6 times 3. Brendan.
6 times 3 is 18.
18. But I can't just go ahead and plunk 18 down there. And there's another step I need to take too. Connor.
You add the 2 on 18.
So I add the 2 to the 18, and that gives me
20.
20.
You put 2 above the 5 and 0 in the 10's place.
Yes, I put my 2 above my 5 because that represents 200, and I put my 0 because it had no 1s down below. So now I do my last step. I go to the hundreds place. I leave that 2 alone for a minute, and I multiply. 5 times 3 will. 15. Am I done if I write 15? No, what do I need to do? I've got 15, but I've got that 2 sitting above from my last multiplication. Go ahead, Will.
15 times 2?
We don't multiply. We just add the 2 to the 15.
Oh, that would be 17.
Yes, and the 17 goes down there because there's no more to be done. So my answer becomes 1,701. Now I'm going to do another problem. And this time, I'm going to write the problem, but I'm going to make my friend Ben solve it. 268 times 4. What's your first step, Ben?
You make it into a vertical problem.
Okay. Why did you do that, Ben?
So it doesn't confuse you, so you can make sure that if you add these, and you need to put a number above the 6, so you can make sure that it's not above the 8.
Perfect. Go
So you
for
don't
it.
get
So what's your first step?
4 times 8, and it is 24.
Be careful. Someone help Ben with 8 times 4. Katie.
20.
Ask somebody else.
Jack.
32.
32. Yes. 8 times 4 is 32. Everyone say that.
8 times 4
is 22.
Say it again. 8 times 4 is 32. So what you going to do now, Ben?
Put the 2 in the 1's place, and the 3 above the 6. And then you leave the 3 alone, and you do 6 times 4.
Nice. 24.
Plus 3 is 27. So that. And then you do 2 times 4, and that's 8. So plus 2, so that's 10. So you put 0 there. That. And then your answer is 1,072.
Round of applause for Ben.
Thank you!
So now, you should have a better understanding of how to multiply a multi-digit number, multi meaning many, right, by a single digit number. And single means only one, okay? So now, for homework, you will actually be solving some of these problems. I'm not going to give you 1,000 of them, but I am going to give you a few. So give yourself a round of applause.